Back with another video. What is up, crypto warriors? What is up, Black Rue Crew? Let's get it going, y'all. Holla. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Black Rue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was black or invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on that black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested.
Hey guys, so Wednesday, we have some things going on, some personal things. So I'm glad to be with you guys here right now on the Saturday morning. Hope everybody's doing well. So we're going to get into today, right now, which sector has the biggest upside for the next bull run push, okay? For the next bull run, like just period, like next bull run being whenever Bitcoin halves, which we know is going to be sometime in 2024 around May or April, right? Also, when is the next, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. I hate it when they do when people put when, WEN. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But when next bull run push? Manosphere Hall of Fame has some thoughts here about what the next big sector is. We might be going in that direction, bro. And then when is just like the next little micro bull run push? Okay. You know how we like to get into the astrology, and we know how astrology just ties into bull runs and stuff like that. It ties into how the market moves. It's just a fact. We'll get into when we think the next little micro push will be. So let's share the screen here and get it going. So shout out to patrons. They keep things going here. Love the patrons. If you guys are interested in the Patreon, for less than a cup of coffee, you can get a weekly watch list for less than a cup of coffee a month. But also, if you can't support in that way, we do have the Telegram. The Telegram is completely free, and it's like, okay, if you cannot, why take on this crypto world like all by yourself, right? Why not join a free group where you can get together, talk about things? We got some really active members in there. Shout out to Sniper4, shout out to Ace, shout out to E. We got some real active members in the Telegram. Shout out to Gomes. It's a really good community where you can talk, ask questions, and everybody's pretty active on there. I tend to be in there, like, checking, seeing what's going on. So very free community where you guys can join. And I think the link is in the description for that. I think I put the link for the Telegram in the description. So we're a lot of members strong right now, and we're looking for more members. So there you go. So getting to our sectors here. There's various different sectors. I don't know if you guys know, but that's the way I like to trade. And I believe if you guys check out the General in the Crypto Masterclass, they also get into sectors there. So definitely check out King and Zay's Masterclass. We've talked different sectors on here before, right? Like WEF, ISO 2002 sectors. We've talked like crypto layer twos. We've talked about a whole bunch of different sectors on here, right? But what sector has the biggest upside for the next bull run? And I will tend to say, shout out to my guy, Manosphere Hall of Fame here. Let's show his comment. I'm going to say AI. Now, understand, um, AI, just like gaming slash metaverse, it might take a really long time for that to actually come to fruition, right? Like um, the last bull run, metaverse kind of took off a little bit, right? But what we kind of learned was, hell, a lot of these metaverses are so far away, it takes a long time to make a game, right? Same thing goes with AI and relational databases and getting the database, like getting the AI stuff set up so it can actually almost think. You know what I mean? I forget what the actual terms of it, how it goes, but like setting up the database so like, okay, the AI can make thoughts itself. You know what I mean? Like come to its own decisions about, okay, it made a decision about A thing and B thing. And now because of those decisions, it's going to make a whole thought tree, you know? So even though those things may take a long time to come to fruition, next bull run AI will probably be really, really big. Um, Let me reference something here. So I know you guys know we kind of get into the stock world a little bit. So I don't know if you guys have been aware or check on the stock world a little bit, but Nvidia, okay, Nvidia had a really big month or really big couple days for something in the stock world. It went up like 20%, okay, in like a day because it had some really great earnings. 20, 28% in the stock world is like, oh my God. And, you know, here in the crypto world, we're like talking like 500, 300x over here, right? Here, let me close the Telegram. So, along with NVIDIA going up, what also went up was a whole bunch of AI stocks. And a lot of times you can kind of get a harbinger of what's going to happen with the crypto market by seeing what's happening in the stock market. So, um, there is a ticker called AI. A lot of people love this AI ticker. I don't own any of this stock at the moment. AI. Most of the majority of my stuff is in green energy stuff and Bitcoin stocks. But if we come over here and look at AI right quick, I think I don't know what happened. I thought I just brought it up. And shout out to Benzinga. Those are my guys over there. Okay, I just added it to the list. So you can see here, last 5 days, it also sprung up, and this may be a harbinger of AI cryptos coming up. Okay, and again, in the long run, I do think we see AI cryptos go up, right? Um, so Singularity.net is one of the biggest ones in that sector, right? Um, if we think about the guy who runs this, his name is Ben Goertzel, or I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. I'll show it to you guys so you know what it is and you know how to spell it if you want to look him up. He made the Sophia bot. I don't know if you guys remember that Sophia bot like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now probably. But he made that bot, and that bot was like the beginning of AI. And here it is. The team behind Singularity.net pioneered the development of AI known as Sophia. Okay. And you can look that bot up. Here, I thought I closed this. Let me try it again. And if you guys have any questions, we will get to those as well. So here is his name, Ben Goertzel. I believe that's how you say that. Goertzel. Okay. And if we look at the Sophia bot, just for anybody who might have not remembered the Sophia bot, that was her. So that was March 2016. So that was 7 years ago. Seven. That's a quite esoteric number right there. Um, so yeah. So they're saying she's like kind of the beginnings of AI, right? Um, they gave her facial expressions and all this type of stuff, and you know, there you go, right? So the things that AI can do, we kind of know a little bit of what AI can do. There's a certain like caveat with AI, like a lot of people are pushing it. I believe that they need us as regular people to test it. But you know, imagine the Jetsons or Star Trek Next Generation, where we actually have androids walking around here, right? Or we have like the perfect AI partner in like a metaverse, right? There's no limits to what AI can do if given the proper data, right? So it's all about the data at the end of the day, right? So yeah, let's see who's in the house here. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? What's up, Manosphere Hall of Fame? What's up, Leonard? Leonard's pretty active in the Telegram as well. Shout out to him. What do you think of Deep Brain Chain? I have not did any research on the Deep Brain Chain. I have not looked into Heart. Yeah, keep all these questions and all of these good coins coming, guys. Um, so Manosphere Hall of Fame has a couple. AGIX, Heart, and FET will do well in the bull run. Let's look at Heart right quick. I know about FET, but one of my big guys is VXV, which we'll get back to once we look at these. Humans, AI, Heart. Oh, I forgot to look at the history of that, but that's okay. We'll go back to AGIX in just a second here. So Heart, okay. It's had a little day of going up a good amount. Let's see all here. So been around since 2022, the beginning of 2022. So it hasn't really seen a bull run yet. Chilling here at 2 cents. So if it gets back to 20 cents, that's a good 10x right there. Nice, 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 nice. Humans AI is um, Humans is AI with a heart, introducing the first framework for an ethical AI and blockchain. Humans AI is creating an all-in-one platform for AI-based creation and governance at scale, beginning at initial focus on synthetic media. Okay. Through its creative studio and token-based ownership and accountability system, Humans AI is designed to ensure contributions and fairly rewarded rewarded that every AI is kept honest over the long term. See, so that is a question that keeps coming up with AI. Um, but yeah, let's see here. Who's the core logic team behind Heart? Sabin Dima has 15 years experience as a tech entrepreneur, ex investment. From the age of 16, he developed one of the first social platforms in the Middle East. At the age of 21, Sabin set up one of the first investment funds in the technology area in Romania, together with two other partners. Afterward, he continued to found and invest in technology companies, include developing dozens of applications and building, amongst others, a startup which offers marketing solutions for shopping centers being used for over 400 retailers. Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at their tokenomics. Max supply 7.8 billion. That's an interesting number as well to choose. Um, let's see if we can go to their Twitter and see if we can check out some of their partners and whatnot. Ugh, I hate this new setup. I wish there's some way you can turn it back to classic setup. Okay, Twitter. So shout out to patrons. They have a whole AI list. I gave them an AI list like months ago. Um, and of course, like a couple on that list you already know. AGIX, of course. Okay, followed by H bar. Is this built on H bar? Seems like it may be. 47.7K. That's a pretty decent amount of followers. Ian Simpson follows these guys. Crypto Mason follows these guys. KuCoin, Blockchain Monkeys. Rudy Triana. Okay. Interesting. Good amount of followers. I always like to come over here and see who else is following that. Oh, Elon follows him? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Oh, they're following Elon. Okay, sorry. Wrong one. Um, my bad on that. So I don't see anybody on their followers list that I'm trying to follow really. Okay, interesting. So let's go over one other one on this list, or one other than that I really like. I really like Vector Space AI. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Vector Space AI, let's get you familiar with them a little bit. The ROI here is pretty insane. You look at it, he's sitting here at 40 cents. Okay. Let's show you where it's been. It's been as high as about 70 cents, or excuse me, $17. So at the price it is right now, that would be like what? Um, so 40 cents is about, 40 times 2 is 80. So you can almost say, okay, 16 times 2 is 32. So about 32x possible here. So, and that's a minimum, because we didn't even count the extra 20 cents in the dollar. We just went 2 times 40 is 80 and multiplied that by 16, which is as high as it went. So at least a 32x here possibility. These guys are partnered with LCX. Um, They're partnered with CERN. Yes, CERN. And if you guys do not know who CERN is, you really should look them up. They're out here doing particle height, like atom. I can't describe it right now. Let's bring up CERN. They have a Hedron collider where they're like taking atoms and literally opening up mini black holes. This is what they're doing. Type of stuff that like you think about it and you think like, okay, that's fantasy world. Like who opens up mini black holes? Like, but that's what they're doing, right? Um, and guess who these guys are founded by? The Rockefeller Foundation. Yes, uh, it's the Rock, the real Rock, the Rockefeller Foundation. The people who kind of created our school system and all of the faux history in our school system. One of the richest families in America. Yes, those Rockefellers. Um, so yeah, they're literally opening up many black holes with this. So why are they using AI? Why are they using vector space AI? Because vector space AI is using AI to find hidden relationships in data. Okay, so that goes all the way to like something like a Arweave, if you guys are familiar with them. Um, not Arbitrum, Arweave. So no, not Arweave. Excuse me, Numerai or Numerary. They're taking AI and they're applying AI to the stock market. So they're getting different people, different coders, um, which could be you, to input data, right? And they take all that data and they put it in their AI system, and they predict the stock market. And apparently, they're doing better than even some hedge funds. So that's another kind of use case for AI. Um, they're using AI to find hidden relationships, data relationships in the stock market, and to possibly, quote unquote, beat the stock market. Okay. So this is another AI one. Um, which is high as $88, sitting at 15 now. Um, a very, very low supply. I believe they have max supply 11 million. Okay, 11 million. Um, back to vector space AI, which they're using like kind of same technology, but they're applying it to things like CERN. And if that looks like kind of three sixes, kind of looks like three sixes. I'm just gonna leave that there, right? It kind of looks like three sixes. Well, that tells you something. But anyways, um, another low supply here, only 50 million. Okay, so let's get back to the chat here. Look into Heart. It's an AI project that ties to HBAR. Good, that's awesome. What's up, Jesus Canto Venegas? Been a while, brother. Thanks for coming through. LCX game. What? Let's take a look here at, where is it? The project that Leonard's saying right here. What do you think of Deep Brain Chain? Let's take a look. Sound like a rap. It sounds like a rap group to me for some reason. Deep Brain Chain. Deep Brain Chain could be a double entendre, if you know what I mean. Deep Brain chain. But anyway, that could be a little double entendre right there. But let's see what we got over here. So, oh wow, they were as high as 70 cents or 60 cents to dump out here. Um, they've seen two bull runs. So they were at the tail end of the bull run before the last one, and then they went up like to a cent the last bull run. That's a little concerning to me. I would expect it that they go like sight unseen. If they were as high as 60 cents and they hit a whole freaking another bull run and only went up to like 2 cents, that's a little concerning to me. But let me see here. The Brain Chain was founded in November 2017 with the vision of building an infinitely scalable, distributed, high performance computing network based on blockchain technology to become one of the most important infrastructures in the 5G AI era. Okay. Well, let me see. I want to know who you are with here. Okay, so they're built on Polkadot. Oh, I hate this new setup so badly. News markets. Okay, you can get it on Bitmart, Get.io, Wobi. What I want to know is, okay, where's your website? Okay, there we go. And what's your Twitter? See what we got here. Deep Brain Chain. Red Dad, Blue Dad follows these guys. Crypto Kin. Whoops. Take Wallet, LEO Trades. Singularity.net follows them. Interesting. Ashanti King follows them. Sal the Algorist. Interesting. They got an interesting setup here. Oh wow. So Ben Gordo follows them. Chico Crypto does as well. Interesting. Okay. This one's interesting. Might be worth the flyer, especially it's a quote unquote lotto pick because it's under a cent. Might be something to look at. Max supply is 10 billion. Uh, intrigues me that the founder of AGIX follows these guys. That makes it worth a look for me. That somebody like him, who's really big in this sector, is actually following them. Maybe they do something. Maybe they do a little collabo in the future. Who knows? But yeah, interesting. But it does really concern me that they didn't move that much in the last bull run. I mean, people weren't up on AI stuff like that back in that bull run. But yeah, the fact that he follows them says something. Okay, it seems like they're at this Web3 alliance. That's interesting. Huawei, Huawei. That's a big company. I think they do like um, uh, semiconductors, Deep Brain Chain, and Polygon jointly established Metaverse and Web3 and not alliance. So this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, so based off that stuff, I think this is worth the flyer. Worth the flyer. This website is kind of simple, but we're worth a little flyer here. Korean computing rules. Okay, so they're big in Korea. Okay, all right, all right. This is one I'm going to start following. Thank you, Leonard, for bringing that to the table, bruh. Yeah, I'm big into LCX, bro. LCX game. What? I'm 2x in heart right now. I plan to sell at 15 cents. See, very good stuff right here. He has a plan. Gotta have a plan. Gotta know, you know, where you plan to get in and out at, right? Yeah, I messed that up. Elon does not follow them. They follow email. Elon. My bad there. You're welcome. They're big on Korean cafes. Okay. All right. Good stuff there. So let's move into, and we're going to probably talk about some more AI coins in just a second here. But let's move into when I think the next little macro bull run, excuse me, macro little bull pump is going to be. Now, have you guys heard of the summer solstice? Let me tell you about the summer solstice right quick, okay? Um, so summer solstice is basically like the longest day of summer. Um, Dodge the whole hijacked about the earth being tilted this way or that or whatever. It's the longest day of the summer, okay? That's what the summer solstice is. Um, let's look at what happened on the last summer solstice, and let's keep in time, okay, with this too. So to best know what would happen, we would have to look 4 years back in time, um, like before. Right now, what's this the best way to say this? So right now we're sitting about a little less than a year away from the next halving. So for us to have the most accurate information, we want to know and look what happened at the last summer solstice. We're a little less than a year away from halving. Okay. Let me know if that was confusing to anyone. Let me know. I can clarify that. But we want to look, if we're trying to look and analyze a cycle, analyze a precedent, we want to try to stay in time of a precedent. Okay. Um, the precedent that we have right now is Bitcoin halves every 4 years. So we know that Bitcoin has a 4 year cycle. Okay. So and we've shown you on here before. Um, I can go and show you here, so it's not so much to take in. Let's just bring up Bitcoin right quick, and you'll see what I mean. Every 4 years, Bitcoin halves, and that's generally the start of a bull cycle. Check out my conspiracy channel, Crypto and Conspiracy, where we go into money being a sacrifice. We go into like how money is intrinsically, it's like it's locked with time. You cannot have money without time. Um, Money is alchemy. Money is sacrifice. So money and time cycles go hand in hand. They're married, you know. So you can see it here where we have one Bitcoin halving, like it halved in like I believe it is May 2020, 2020. So May 2020, hence we had a bull run. Bitcoin halved here, took a little bit longer to happen, but it halved in May of 2016. A few months later, boom, bull cycle. Then going back even further, May 2012, or I'm sorry, excuse me, so we just did May of 2020, May of 2016, now May of 2012, where it took even longer to have, but we got a bull run here. We got a spike here. So every time it's sped up on the bullish action. Okay. We've gone over before. I think it's something like in 2016, it took about something like, I think we said like 16 months. Here in 2020, it took something like 6 months. So coming up here soon, the Bitcoin halving is about to happen. Maybe it happens before the halving where things go bullish. Who knows? But again, it took like 16 months here, 6 months here. Maybe next time it'll happen exactly on the halving, or who knows? Okay, but we do know every 4 years is a bull cycle. So now we're going to come in here and look and see what happened 4 years before the last summer solstice. So the summer solstice here happens basically every June 20th, 21st. That's around when they say the summer solstice is. So let's look back here at 2019, the June 21st of 2019. So here we are, 2019, June. So we see June 21st, we do have bullish action here. I'm going to try to zoom in on this so we can get a clearer picture. So we have around the end of June, end of May, we have like nothing. And then around the June 11th, all the way up to the summer solstice, we have that bullish action. So we got it here. We do have that bullish action into the summer solstice here in June of 2019. So we do have it here. And it seems like it stopped here Friday, June 28th. So what we'll have to do, because you guys might not know this or not, but the calendar, the way that they have it right now is like kind of flawed. It does not match exactly how summer solstices and stuff like that happen. So you'll have to actually do some deeper research onto what is the actually truly longest day of summer. And I'm willing to bet it probably happened here in 2019 on June 28th. That's probably what the longest day of that summer was. So coming into June here, we're going to have to figure out which one is the longest day, but then we're going to know that we're going to probably have this is like our educated guess, not financial advice. We're probably going to have some bullish action heading towards the summer solstice coming up here um, in a couple of weeks. Okay, so mark that and approach that appropriately. So things that having to do with Bitcoin, probably altcoins are probably going to have a little kick up here coming up in the next couple of days. Okay, non-financial advice is just what I'm thinking based off of prior history. Okay, let me know if that makes sense to everybody. What's up, Crypt Work? Crypt Work is active in the Telegram as well. Appreciate you. What's up, Harold George? Interesting use of AI with crypto. Yeah, so cool stuff, cool stuff. So be aware here, guys. Summer solstice is coming up. We might have a little bullish action coming up with the crypto markets. So let's get back to the AI cryptos here. Let's just do a little recap of a couple that we covered. So we covered AGIX. This is probably like my top pick. It's on the Cardano. It's built on the Cardano blockchain. Yeah, this is probably the top pick here. With Ben Garoto at its head, I think they're probably going to do a lot of good things. Ben Garoto is already kind of known for the Sophia bot, so I'm sure he can probably procure himself some nice funding. This thing was as high as 80 cents in the last bull run. It kind of already matched that here in this craze. So imagine next bull run, can they actually reach $1? Seems possible to me if it already did this in like a bear market. So yeah, seems like something's possible. It's seen almost two bull runs itself, came in the tail end of the 2017, 2016 bull market where it was at $1.50. So sitting here saying that it at least reaches $1, that's at least a 3x right there. So something to consider with this. Something definitely to consider with this. Another one we mentioned was the Brain Chain, sitting at lotto prices. Lotto, it's what I say, anything under like a cent to me is like lotto prices. Um, but again, just remember, like Manosphere Hall of Fame was saying, right? Um, gotta get your exit strategy prepared with these, right? Like so, if we look at this one, last bull market, it made it to like a cent. Like, is a cent your exit price, or it made it to like 2 cents? Excuse me. But understand, if you're getting into this lotto play, it's like you're getting a lotto ticket. You're willing to lose whatever you put into it, right? So just understand, if you're going with AGIX, you're going with something that's a lot more consistent ish, right? You have somewhat of a track record. It seems less risky to me. So just understand that one. Another one we talked about was Heart. I had to do a little more research onto Heart. Humans AI have connections with Hedera, and we know Hedera's a big a big beast out here with many connections to the World Economic Forum, connections to LCX, which is another one we brought up, right? So if humans is working with Hedera, they got some friends in high places, right? Some friends in high places. Um, Another one we talked about is VXV. LCX partner. They're partnered with LCX. They're partnered with CERN. Um, all about finding hidden relationships in AI data. They're gonna do. They're trying to find hidden relationships for CERN um, as it comes to finding out what data they're getting from opening up those mini black holes. Right? They're working with LCX in order to try to do something similar to what Numerai is doing, right? And finding hidden relationships in the stock market. For LCX, it would be in the crypto market. And let's look at Numerai or Numerary. Low supply, just like Vector Space AI, was as high as $88. And with this one, by the way, you can stake it, and you can also do if you want to take the time, or if you know anything about coding and scripting, you can go in and kind of predict the market yourself on certain stocks that they let you predict the market on. Um, that's extra work, but I think you can stake without doing a whole market prediction thing. But understand that that's there. So very cool ones that we spoke about today. Man, Mon F, what's up? Do you still feel good about LCX? Yeah, I feel great about LCX right now. Actually, um, like you can see that there's been like an attack on DeFi cryptos and an attack on things like LCX. I believe the SEC reiterated that it's one of the ones that they think is security, which is laughable to me. It's so laughable because when you think about the SEC and who controls the U.S. Treasury, which is BlackRock, and the fact that BlackRock CEO Larry Fink sits on the board of advisors for the WEF, it's like, okay, this is just high class theater. Like, who writes your checks? Gary Gensler, basically BlackRock. So it seems like high class theater to me. All the cryptos that like all the different cryptos that you want to invest in are coming under attack. Like, for example, let's just bring this up. Bach delists. So a Bot, I don't know how to say it properly, but they're a publicly traded company, and they just delisted a whole bunch of different cryptos. Um, I don't think LCX was one of them, but it was LCX like cryptos. It was a ton of different DeFi cryptos, Filecoin being one of them. And it's almost like they're doing the whole inverse Kramer thing. You know what I mean? Like, so they delisted Aave, ApeCoin, Avalanche, Basic Attention Token, Bancor, Link, Chainlink, who without Chainlink, you wouldn't have DeFi. Um, Compound, Cosmos, Engine, Curve, Phantom, Filecoin. Like, it's almost like do the opposite of what they say that the SEC and these bot companies are doing, and you're fine. Uniswap, I think even Stellar's in here. Stellar, it's like, come on. These are like these are very, very great cryptos. Um, SEC. says 37 cryptos are securities. So yeah, I'm very very high on LCX. The way it's looking, it's really looking like LCX, different things like LCX, different things like Ripple are going to be banks. They're going to be the new age banks. Um, and by the time people like really, really, really figure it out, it's going to be too late to invest in these things because they're going to be up so much. And then we're going to be selling them our bags. Not financial advice, but just what I'm thinking. So they got XRP in their list. XRP just bought XRP Bitstamp. They just bought stake in a cryptocurrency exchange, and they just bought stake in a cryptocurrency custody holder. Okay, so XRP is really kind of angling itself to be a bank right now. Ripple acquires stake in Pantera's, or Ripple acquire Pant. Oh my god! Ripple acquires Pantera's stake in Bitstamp. Try saying that like 5 times fast. Blockchain-based digital payment network Ripple took a minority stake in cryptocurrency exchange Bitstamp in the first quarter of 2023. Digital investment firm Galaxy Digital advised on the deal. So they did that. Not only did they do that, they took Ripple bought I think I spelled that wrong. I remember this is the same oh, I spelled it right. Okay. This is the same Ripple they were talking about. Oh my gosh, like a couple days before this, or a couple weeks before this, they were like, "Oh, Ripple's being crippled by the SEC case. They put $200 million into defending themselves for the SEC case." And then, a couple weeks later, they turn around and buy this company for 250 million. Um, Ripple buys crypto custody firm Metaco. Okay, so they're gearing themselves up to be a bank, which makes sense because they're a payment crypto. They're ISO 20022 crypto. Reason I mention them is because they're members of the World Economic Forum, just like LCX is. So you see the kind of the writing on the wall. They're gearing themselves up to be able to custody crypto, to be able to do these payments, and to be a bank. And LCX is putting itself in line with all these different people. They're members of the World Economic Forum. They're teamed up with people like Quant. LCX has a deal in place with Quant. We've said that. We've shown that before on here. Check out my videos if you want to know more about it. Maybe I can find it right quick. LCX Quant. Okay. Yep. They're partnered with also LCX is also partnered with Shello, which is one of the biggest payment cryptos out there. So you can see LCX is aligning itself with all the different people who might be working with CBDCs. Yeah, I'm still very, very high on them. And XLM, exactly. XLM is also one of those ones. What's up, my guy Rich? Check out Richard Judge's YouTube channel, y'all. That's my guy over there. Do I think Litecoin will go up this summer as the halving approaches? Last time, yes, last time it did do a 5x. I spoke about Litecoin last time I was on Manosphere Hall of Fame. I don't know if you got a chance to catch that show, but yes, I do. I do believe in it, especially now with the ordinals coming out and the Litecoin, the LTC20, the Litecoin ordinals. It's being actually like Bitcoin people don't like them on the network. They're making things really expensive for Bitcoin people to do transactions. However, those same like ordinal profile, I'm doing that on Litecoin is like a fraction of the cost for these people. So I think most of that Bitcoin ordinals traffic is just going to go to Litecoin because it's cheaper for people to do the ordinals on Litecoin. The transaction fees are like under a cent, and it's not going to slow down their network at all. So yeah, heavy on Litecoin as well. Um, and XLM. I'm heavy on XLM as well. So that's why it's like farcical when I see these people talking about they're delisting XLM because we already know XLM. They're members of the CFTC. Know who else is members of the CFTC? Uniswap, another one which Box delisted, which it's literally like inverse Kramer, guys. It's literally just like that. Just like whatever they say to not do or whatever they're coming under contact with or hostile with is like exactly what they don't want you to invest in. They want to get you away from it. So you now have like, oh, all of these things are delisting it. Maybe I shouldn't invest in it, and that's exactly what you should do. You should invest in it. It's just the inverse. It's inversion. For all my conspiracy heads out there, you know about that inversion principle, right? Um, happens all the time with Kramer. Bear Stearns. Oh, it's gonna be fine. 5 days later, company is gone. He's done it so many times with so many companies. So if you just have done the opposite of what he told you to do, you would have been fine. So here we got this Stellar becomes the newest member of the United States Commodities Futures Trading Commission. Okay. By the way, Litecoin was ruled a commodity by these people. So Litecoin is a commodity. And you gotta think if these guys are sitting on the commodities futures trading commission, probably their coin is going to be a commodity as well, even though it hasn't been announced. They sit there. So same thing for Uniswap. You got to think that Uniswap is going to be a commodity as well because they're on the board. Oh, guess who else is a part of that board? BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, HSBC. Mind you, if we go over here and tie more tea leaves together, we look at R3 Cordia. Remember, I told you guys these are like, it's a private blockchain. Like you can't invest in it. The most you can invest in it is investing in XDC, which is going to be their settlement coin. Remember, these are banking clearinghouses. So they're gearing up to have these cryptos be the next banking reset. Okay. They're gearing up to it. You can follow the tea leaves here. I'm not guessing. I'm not giving you guys like a quote unquote opinion. Like technically I am, but I'm giving you actual like information that backs it up. Guess who's on these? Oh, and here's HSBC again. Wow, okay. The NASDAQ, Goldman Sachs, same people, right? Same people, same guys, same people. Where was it that we were looking at? Okay, yeah, same people. So Remember when I say that BlackRock kind of runs the U.S., they really do. Like it's BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, and um, JP Morgan Chase. And JP Morgan Chase, we know, runs Ethereum. Okay. So, yeah, super high on XLM, super high on LCX. All of these things are getting in place along with Ripple to be the next banking solution for the world. Because think about it, if you're using Swift and your stuff doesn't clear for days, right? For days with Swift, the current system we're using, and your competitor is using R3 Cordia or Ripple, where their transactions will clear from the banking clearinghouse, will clear in seconds, how far you will be behind your competitor because you cannot ensure that your transactions have cleared for days. You can't afford that. Your business would go out of business. So you have to move to the blockchain. You have to move to R3 Cordia. You have to move to these things. Otherwise, you're going to go out of business. You can't just choose to go with what's going now. You have to go with this. So yeah, all the tea leaves are there, man. All the tea leaves. And uh yeah. What's up, Shook Focus? Okay, Luna Classic. I have to check that out. That's another one you know, like you think that they were a scandal, but I don't know. Like more and more I think about it, like they planned that. They planned that. Like it happened. That too happened on one of those um esoteric days, like a lunar eclipse or something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why I tell you guys, that's why I started looking into the whole lunar eclipse thing, the whole solstices thing, because those days are big energy days. Those are days where you can harvest energy. It's a reason why pagans um, and different like Christian, like different religions, like have done events on these days because there's a certain energy about these days. Um, so yeah, CZ has a lot of Luna Classic, all stuff, man. That I'm going to have to do some research on that. Thanks, Shook. That's some excellent information, bro. Just writing that down. Do a little Luna Classic information, or a little Luna Classic research. But yeah, man. The SEC is saying all of these are securities. I mean, 90% of 90% of the world are going to see this and just think, okay, crypto's a scam. I'm not going to invest in any of these, right? Um, I'm going to stick with the stock market because, that's regulated, you know, all this other crap, right? Um, but we'll know and we'll see between the lines. And like any of you guys who are trying to pull in some of your parents or some of your uncles or some of your family, show them this information. Like, show them, like, okay, um, Stellar XLM is a part of, they're a member of the United States Commodities Futures and Trading Commission. Show them that. Like, this is a U.S. regulatory board, right? If crypto's such a scam, why are these people a part of the regulatory board? Why is Uniswap a part of that regulatory board? Why is BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, and HSBC a part of that regulatory board? And then they'll be like, what? Like, and then you ask them, okay, do you know who HSBC, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock are? Because the people they keep putting in front of our face is Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett. People have no idea about BlackRock. No idea. Like people in our circle do. But educate people so you can have your family be aboard and reap some of the benefits that we're gonna reap in a couple of years when they have all the infrastructure and all the things that they need in place for this to go, right? They just don't have it all in place yet, or otherwise it already have been boom enacted, right? And of course, I think they also wait for certain great energy days as well. So I'm only getting into a little bit about the whole summer solstice and all those different energy days, but these guys, they're probably they're way next level with it. So who knows, like about 7-year cycles and 100-year cycles, 50-year cycles, and all of that type of stuff. So they are getting the infrastructure in place, but they also might be waiting for certain really good energy days, right? Or years. So it's laughable when I see something like this with Bach delisting something and the SEC calling certain coins securities. So yeah, I gotta do some more. FTX made it back to $1. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know about LCX or FTX. I don't know if I can do any looking into that. I don't know if I can touch it. I just don't know if I can touch it. It's one of those ones like Solana for me. Like, okay, I don't know, just what y'all done in the past. It's like I don't know if I can even touch it, but that's a good point. Crypto work, FTX. They keep hinting around that FTX is going to reopen, so that's something to really take a look at. They still have a lot of people's tokens, and a lot of people are. They still say that the FTX USA is solvent. So yeah, it just may reopen. It just may reopen. That might be one of the ones. So personally, I might not look at it, but that is something where people should be taking a look, because if it reopens, that FTX will that coin will go up on the hype. It will. Good reason for the feds to come out with their own solution. That reminds me of something too, or a world token. I keep hearing about this, and there's a whole bunch of different backers for world token. I don't know if it's something that we as normies can invest in, but like apparently, I think it's like V Chain and all these different people. See, there we go. Sam Atmans, and I think this is the guy that works on Chat GPT, OpenAI, like along with Elon. crypto project WorldCoin gets more coin in the latest blah 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 blah. So they've raised 115 million. They're about blockchain capital. So I don't know if this is something we can actually invest in as people, like normal people. And this logo is, it looks occult is all get out. Yeah, I don't know if this is something that we can invest in. They might have it for accredited investors. Let's take a look at that. Let me close some of this stuff down so I don't. So this link to, if you're an accredited investor, you can invest in certain things. Like I believe they have Ripple on here. They have a few different things. I was curious if they had WorldCoin on here. So they have Ripple, they have Ledger, they have Uphold, Epic Games, Dapper, Carbon, BitPay, Just, Honeybook, Figment. Okay, no WorldCoin. So I don't think it's something normal people can invest in, but sounds interesting. Something definitely to watch. And I'm sure somebody's going to come out with some type of meme token to try to make it seem like they're WorldCoin, but they're not. So interesting, interesting, interesting. So yeah, see, yep. Oops, just lost it. Okay, there it is. This crypto-focused project was co-founded by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman with a three-part mission: create a global ID, a global currency, and an app that enables payment, purchases, transfers using its token alongside other cryptocurrencies and traditional assets. Very interesting because when you think about Bob Lee, who just died, his mobile coin was something just like this, right? So I'm not saying, but I'm just hinting. I'm not saying, but I'm hinting. Like, this sounds exactly like what mobile coin was. And Bob Lee's gone now. So interesting. Maybe they just got that dude. Maybe it was easier for WorldCoin to do what it needed to do if that guy wasn't there, if you know what I mean. Interesting. Oh, you don't have any FTX, but no, it's good you pointed out Cryptwork, because that is something we can like follow the hype on, if you want to follow the hype, but I don't know if I am though. Other countries are going to have to follow suit. with the Fed now to be compatible. They can't allow Ripple to capitalize on instantaneous settlements around the world. Too much money to be saved and made. Well, to me, this whole thing with the Fed and all of that type of stuff, it's high class theater, bro. Again, like I said, who is paying Gary Gensler's checks? BlackRock. Who's BlackRock working for? Um, BlackRock is working for the World Economic Forum. What is the World Economic Forum doing? Every country except for America is basically opening up their crypto laws. So I wouldn't get too tied up into this whole Fed thing. Um, I wouldn't get tied up into it, because I think if you get tied up into the whole Fed thing, you miss what's happening with the rest of the world. And the rest of the world is having crypto really, really take off. We've talked about it. The European MiCA, they've should have probably put in European MiCA. They've already they have laws in place. Europe. So really, for whatever reason, I don't know why the World Economic Forum is deciding to do this. My best guess would be that since the American dollar is still strongish, right? Americans would have the best ability to buy crypto up and take it out of their hands. So if you just made it so that Americans thought that crypto was not a good thing, they would be hesitant to buy, right? That would be my guess. But crypto is moving forward in every other country. So if you're hung up on the whole Fed thing, you miss it. And I know E, you're very like, you do your research on like crypto and stuff like that, but I wouldn't get so hung up on the Fed and other countries having to comply and all of this different stuff. The World Economic Forum is in control. They're leading it. The whole Fed thing and what's going to happen in the US is kind of like theater to me. So like, and if all else fails, and something like, for whatever reason they choose to not have crypto work here in the US or whatever, then if you're a crypto person who's been saving it up, just leave. Your crypto's still going to be worth tons because this is where the banking system is happening. Or, excuse me, this is where the banking system is going. I just kind of detailed it for you. Like, if a company's choosing to continue on with Swift, they're not going to be able to compete. Their customer, like whoever's going with Ripple, whoever's going with R3 Cordia, who's ever going through those fast things, having their money clear in almost a second, there will be no way for them to compete. So, you know, yeah, we've been over it. European MiCA, they've put the laws in place. Markets and crypto assets, MiCA is a piece of European Union regulation that will likely come in law in July 2023. We just went over how Bangkok is opening up their doors for, or not Bangkok, Hong Kong, allowing their customers to, or allowing their people to invest in crypto in June, right? Even in Dubai, they got a organization called Vera. After June, when updated anti-money laundering laws come into force, exchanges in Hong Kong, not licensed by the okay. Hong Kong green lights retail trading of cryptocurrency. That's all you need to know. So, and then in Dubai, they have this Vara situation popping up. Vara's new regulations for virtual assets in Dubai. Regulations that provide insurance of anonymity, enhanced cryptocurrencies, and all virtual assets related to, like, everybody else is getting it going. If we're hung up on this Fed thing, I think we miss it. That's how I'm thinking personally. Yeah, and I know you do very good research, and I appreciate how you're doing in the Telegram and keeping everybody up to date on stuff. But I really think this whole like Fed thing. I think the Fed thing is a bit of theater, bit of highly arranged theater there. Because again, you have to believe now that Gary Gensler himself has more power than BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, or HB. Let me go bring it up. H HSBC. Like, okay, he has more power than all these people, right? We know he was at MIT. He was a former Goldman Sachs guy. So if Goldman Sachs, HSBC, and we know JP Morgan is doing Ethereum stuff, if everybody's in on this, and Gary Gensler, a former Goldman Sachs guy, he's the guy that's holding everything up. Nah, it doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right. Just doesn't sound right. Sounds like to me he's playing a part. That's just how it sounds to me. Sounds like to me Gary's playing his part. He's playing it well. He's doing a good job of it. He's the villain. Everybody's looking at the villain. You know what I mean? He has that whole Mr. Burns thing kind of going. The Gary Gensler, American government official and former Goldman Sachs investment banker. So you mean to tell me people at Goldman Sachs are part of R3 Cordia, a private enterprise um, blockchain? So you mean to tell me like he can't see that that's where the rest of the world is heading? Nah, all high class theater to me. All high class theater. Come on, it just how it seems. Um, but you know that's my that is my opinion. I do like pre-search. I never ended up getting my pre-search node, but I use pre-search a lot. Like, why could I not, like, I was on some other computer and I could not find something, right? I just couldn't find it. I was like, what is going on? Why can't I find it? And it's because I wasn't using pre-search. It's hilarious. Like, and let me show you guys what we're gonna go a little off the rails here. And this is kind of getting into my crypto and conspiracy type of stuff. Um, So I was doing some search and I couldn't find it because I didn't realize that I was on pre-search. So you guys know about Native Americans, right? Let's see here. A lot of natives, beyond the color of natives that we see today, a lot of natives were also really copper colored as well, too, right? Um, so I'm gonna plan a show for this for crypto and conspiracy, but um, let me show you. So I don't know if you guys know, but there are a lot of pyramids in Mexico, in that region, right? There are a lot of pyramids over here in North America. Um, they just don't tell us. They don't cover these in school, right? But let me show you kind of some walls from some of these pyramids, right? Some of these cave paintings. What you'll notice is a lot of those Indians from these cave paintings, and you can see this is extremely old cave paintings, right? A lot of those Indians are dark or copper skinned. Um, I could not find this doing a regular Google search. The only way I could find it is through pre-search. So that's why I really, really, really believe in pre-search, because it gives you some of the stuff that Google will just not let you see. Like, but you can see here, all of these Native Americans on these walls of these things are copper colored, are brown skin. Um, I know a lot of people think this is like a myth or something like that, and but it's not. It's literally on the wall, on the caves of these freaking pyramids, Mexico, right in North America, right? It's right there. Like you can see all of these. But Google blocked this out. I couldn't see it on Google. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't. Well, I know why. They don't want people to see this. But anyways, so pretty interesting. That's why I love pre-search so much, because I could not. I literally couldn't get this on a regular Google search. But anyways, yeah, man, I'm out here seeking so much information, guys. I'm trying to bring it to you guys too. Like, there's so much truth out here. You just have to seek it, bro. You just have to seek it. Just exactly, 100%. You just have to seek it, bro. Um, okay, E. I know you know your stuff, bro. I know you know your stuff, but yeah, yeah, I know you know your stuff. So okay, yeah, they are kind of stalling, and I don't get it. I don't know why they're stalling here for America. Well, like I said before, the only reason I think that they could be doing it is that if Americans really knew the truth, then they could start buying more crypto up. Um, but all the things that they're doing right now are just giving people reasons to fear crypto and keep their money away from it. Meanwhile, they're, you know, they're just making plans and putting things in place for it to be the next banking reset. And if you're not in this world, you wouldn't know. But yeah, stay on the lookout for this. I'm gonna have this be one of my crypto and conspiracy episodes. Pretty interesting, right? I don't think many people know. I don't think many people realize that Native Americans look like they did look like us. There it goes. This is a Mayan temple with nothing but black folk in it. And okay, maybe you're reaching there, Ruel. If we come and look at some pictures that they're of some people from the 1800s, there you can see darker skinned people there. So even the real pictures there. But I'll have an episode on this. And this guy here, a Carib Indian from the 1890s, darker skinned guy too. Looks kind of like darker skinned, and he has features, right? And these guys, Aztec. These are Aztec guys. An Aztec couple. Darker skinned, right? So I'm gonna have that on a show. And shout out to my guy Karimu. I'm gonna say his name wrong. I'm gonna spell it for you, so that you guys can go check out some of his work. He does a lot of, and my man's been doing the work on this for like 6. Check out his YouTube videos. Karimu Ahau. I know a lot of people think, oh my God, this stuff is like fake and we're not from, he's saying that we're not from blah, 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 blah. He's just going and showing real live sources, man. He cites it. Check out some of his work. Been doing this for 6 years. Karimu Ahau does some real good stuff. And he cites his sources. So you can go look at all the sources and you can see that it's real life stuff. So, but yeah, I'm going to do some of this stuff. Like, is history real? Is it really, really real? Because just like we get these lies about the crypto space, right? We get the lies about the history too. So we're going to be doing that on Crypto and Conspiracy. If you guys haven't signed up for that, it's on Apple and Google Podcasts. I'm going to start ramping that up. But yeah, guys, I'm going to see if I'm going to be on here Sunday. I'm not sure if I am or not. It's been pretty busy this last couple of weeks, but I'll definitely be back Tuesday. So I think I might have to change up my show thing. So I'm now Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But we'll see. I might be here this Sunday. We'll see. But for sure, you'll catch me always Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And 2 of those days are Gentlemen of Crypto days. God bless you as well, my guy Richard Judge. So thanks for coming out, guys. Y'all have a real good Saturday. I appreciate all you guys who are watching. Have a good one, guys. Peace.